Welcome back to the Everything Challenge on No Man's Land. Third episode in October. Massive month as we do a huge amount of harvesting. Sugar beets is active over here. Sunflowers is active over there. Olives is still to do. I think maybe the sugarcane might even be busy or ready to go. It looks like we missed the unload opportunity on this, so we'll have to take control temporarily and get this unloaded. This thing's holding 45,000 litres, so we can just fit that into these two classes, which are 22,500 each. It's as if the Grime Corporation organised it with the Class Corporation to make trailers that are the perfect size, because this machine's 45,000, which is two trailers, and the potato one is 22.5, which is also perfect. So getting these unloaded, trying to turn around some of the fields at the same time here in some of the downtime. Last episode we did a huge amount of hauling between loads of stuff we had in reserve in silos and fed them into all those productions you can see over there on the horizon. So nearly everything is running right now. There's only, I think, the new sawmill and the new paper mill both don't have trees in it. We won't get to that till the winter months, or at least November. We just don't have the time for that. But they're not running. But everything else, you name it, the cereal factory, the sugar mill, the oil mill, what else is there? Tons of stuff are all active. The potato crisp factory, the preserve factory, the soup factory, they're all active. Is that actually working? No, I think I destroyed the copy. Oh, it helps if I... Oh, well, I'm pressing the wrong keystrokes here. Hey, worker, you work it out. There we go. Yeah, everything is working. So, huge amount of production is happening. We've transitioned to have everything storing at this point. There's not much being sold off the land, and so it all is spawning out in front of the factories. And as you can see, there's pallets everywhere. There's some here, and some in front of the bakery, and some in front of the dairy. Everywhere. I haven't looked at the health of our animals recently. I assume they have food, particularly like the chickens and the cows. The cows had a lot of hay bales and silage bales and stuff like that dumped into the automatic feeding units, so they should be fine. Last episode, we finally were able to fill up the pig mixing station and was able to get 22,000 litres of pig food out, so that's keeping the pigs busy, and I don't think we'll have to worry about another load for another month or so for that. So yeah, everything's working quite well. This corn is ready to be turned around, so we can probably put a plough through that. As I said, this is the new sawmill that we haven't got any wood in yet, so that will be in November. So, but this is our sugar mill. Really liking how the landscaping's happened around here. Actually, while this is dumping off, I'm going to do a little bit of landscaping because I know where the tractor is, and I want to put in a fence. So we've got a fence over there, and I want to continue it where it's not really going to be in the way of the truck. So that works well. And I won't do the same thing across here. I want to put a fence here and then along this road. We'll probably keep it pretty straight. Since that's only unload through there, I think we can actually do that. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I want to do more and more terraforming as we finish the series. And make it look more and more farmy, make it more lived in. And we'll get a whole lot of trees put into that area. Make it look more and more wooded. We'll actually do it through planting rather than paying for placeables. I'll get a whole lot of saplings and we'll plant them in the ground and we can watch them grow over the year. Particularly in this spot right here to our left. This is our barrel factory. It's not active right now. This is one of the few things that is missing something. We haven't got our ore production running yet. We just need to gather another $400,000 to make that possible. Let's go do an unload of this guy first and see if that I'm not sure if that harvester is happy. Is it actually moving? Is he backing up? What are you doing? Oh, maybe that rock is what it's got to. Yeah, so the rock is semi-confusing it. Yeah, it should be fine. We've put a huge amount of sugar beet up north. I think, if we look at our productions, I think we can ignore that now. I think the sugar factory, yeah, it's got 126,000 in it. And it's 2 to 1, so 60,000 sugars, and we barely need sugar. Sugar is needed for cake, and that's about it. Cake and chocolate. And so it's more about selling it. So we can put this in the root silo and stay local. So the cruise control's dialed into 10, which is the speed of this harvester, and also the sunflower harvester. They're both going along at 10, so we can use cruise control to track next to the harvesters and be in the right position. Impressed by the unload speed of this Grime sugar beet harvester. It's definitely quite quick. We'll let this finish this row. And then we actually have a couple of minutes to spare as we wait for the next lap. I think the sunflower and that will both last a little bit. We'll quickly just dump this off, and then let's spend some time. Actually, the other one's at 80%, so we'll unload that too. We'll dump this off, and we'll actually get this tractor to do some work. So we'll get this one into the silo. This silo mod's really good. I'll put the name on the screen. It's done us really well. Holds 800,000 litres. We've been putting 200,000 or 300,000 litres potatoes into it traditionally, another about 300,000 premium crop. And with this sugar beet, yeah, 800 seems to be a pretty good ratio. Unfortunately, that harvester is about to turn around and be in the wrong direction. Because I can't get over there fast enough, I'm going to quickly tell it, where are you? You can cancel, just stay still. Because if it wanders into the crop, you get crop destruction as you try to walk out. So let's run over here. Alright, since we're kind of close over here, I'm going to run over here and actually get this, take control for a while. And what we're going to do is just clean up some of these edges that were missed. You can see the JCB over there in the far, far distance. It's planting our wheat for us. It's probably run out of fertilizer at this point, but fertilization's so easy with the big granulated spreader. That's not the biggest deal. I was going to split that field into wheat and barley. Today is the last day for planting. I changed the times to the speed to 1 times. I think I'm going to let that guy continue and just do wheat. And we will probably next episode, so we'll have 4 episodes in October, I'll make another field and then we'll put barley into it. Pipe out. Alright, let's get this. Ooh, don't hit the tractor. Let's get this unloaded. And before we know it, the other harvester is going to want to be unloaded. Yeah, it's doing a U-turn. So yeah, a lot more carting. It looks like a little bit more repeat of last episode than I wanted. This harvester, I think I said a couple episodes ago, has done us really well. This is the cheap one we got. It's a very low-end harvester. We got it at the start of the series. It was on sale. Actually, talk about sales. What's in the sales? Is there anything in the sales? Don't need that. Mowers we've kind of got. Ooh, a wheel loader. We've got absolutely no extra money. We are on the maximum loan right now, so even if we wanted this, we couldn't do it. Oh, useful little trailer. Do we need one more trailer? It's 12 meters, which is quite small. It's like half the size of the classes, and a class is $19,000. It's probably really good with weight though. I think we can skip that. I'm kind of loyal to the classes at this point. So let's get this going. And we'll let the worker do that. Hopefully they will deal with that rock over there. Not too bad. Let me quickly run over to the beet harvester and unload it as well. last episode I tried to get this vent to do ploughing. This was us screwing out the field. Let me see if I can try to do it again. I don't know why it didn't want to. Maybe if I started off in a different dimension. Yeah, it just didn't want to plow this field. In fact, you know, if it doesn't want to plow this field, let's just rush up to the cornfield and tell it to do that one instead. Because I'd rather something happen rather than nothing. Hopefully we can do this quick enough that we can get back to that sugar beet harvester and unload it. Yeah, I'm liking the roads around here. How we've got like the old farm feel and the new things separated. So put that down, and yep, that's happy. And we'll have to get the rock picker up here. All right, so what else do we need to do while we're waiting for that? Let's go and buy. Let's do some fun stuff. Let's buy a little trailer. Under trailers, what I want is the one that's silver. I think it might be under miscellaneous. Yeah, this one. We're going to buy one of these, standard still, and we'll jump into our new, what's basically a Land Rover, if I can find it. Here it is. There's a cute little thing. And let's grab that, and let's get the raisins delivered to the cereal factory. This guy should be able to tow a trailer quite well. I love this model. It looks really cool. I had one of these in my family as a child, and I have lots of fond memories of sitting, particularly in that back bench seat area, traveling around and going on holidays, camping holidays and stuff. It wasn't the fastest thing in the world, but it did let you go off-road, and we went down some very, very complex tracks and stuff. So if we can dock this, there we go. So you know what? That number plate, I want to change it because every on the number plate is getting a character turn. So let's customize the number plate. And so this Lizard Santana 88, customize, and then the number plate, I want to change it to every, and then ... and then that should customize. Yes. Alright, so before we miss the chance, let's jump out into the field and get this unloaded. That looks very, very full. We'll get at least half of it taken out. Yeah, this is a really cool model. I haven't done Sweet Beat before, and it's always fun to see something new turn up. We'll wait for that to catch up to us. And then we'll track next to it. Gotta get the distance kind of right. This is where the cruise control really does help. Keeps you nice and centered up and down. That unload rate is fantastic. It's quite fast. So that's full. We'll unload that. Is the harvester going the direction we want? The harvester is going the direction we want, so we'll run over there and fill up another trailer load and keep it working. And we'll unload this into the silo. And then by next time round, we'll have a full load of sunflower. Actually, we probably can do 2 loads of sunflowers, like 2 more unloads. And then we can get back to that little trailer, and what we're going to do is go pick up some raisins and put it in the cereal factory. Let me run over here. Alright, let's get this unloaded. Keep this going for a while. Oh, it needs to be more forward. No! Trying to... Come here. Let's try that again. Just wasn't far enough forward, so it never started unloading, which means it didn't stop. Alright, make sure that pipe out only happens over the trailer I want it to be in. It was only about half full, so it probably could have done 2 more stripes. Alright. That canola field's pretty big too. I expect to get a fair bit of yield off of that. The canola is actually going to be used for pig food. It's not going to be used for an oil. Pigs are costing us a fortune right now, so we'll have to make sure that we start selling them. That's how you make a profit off pigs. There's no like byproduct like milk, for example. Well, there is slurry, which is good news. Alright, so let's run this over to the sugar beet thing, and then we'll get back to that small trailer. Alright, that's us back here. We've got a couple of seconds of reprieve. So let's jump into this guy. Oh, this is so cool. I love this model. Oh, the every still carriage returned. So what we're gonna so maybe play every, because it's, you know, developer plays everything challenge. Yeah, maybe play every would be a good plate. Ooh, it's nice and nippy and fast. So the raisins are just over here in the middle of the yard. Right here. So we have just raisins. We don't have juice turned on. We're only making raisins at this point. The wall is building up, but it does take 2 rows in the spawn point. So that's good news. Let's pick up also some honey. That's needed by the cereal factory as well. So we'll take over at least 2 of these. This is the first time... Oh, there goes the helicopter. This is the first time we've used honey. We'll put 2 of these on. And one of these raisins should be stored as the first ever used one, like as a memento. That's pretty bad unloading, but that will work. So we'll just take 3 of these. I changed the production to... Why aren't you picking up? I changed the production to be distribute, so we won't get any more spawning. Let's just save this one as the quintessential example, the first one. Put that there, and then we'll put the other 3 on the trailer. Not very square. Ooh, a bit of lag. Push that on a bit. Hopefully that will be happy. Yeah, not the best loading. Let's quickly get this done. I'm worried that this thing will be too full for another lap, and I don't want to have to stop it and make it, go backwards and unload it and such. So let me quickly load this up, then unload it. Huge amount of product going into the fields, or into the silos right now. Out of the fields into the silos. So, yeah, we've probably 300,000 beetroots probably, or sweet beets, sorry. 50,000 sunflowers, and there was like 20,000 soybeans, and 40,000 corn. I think we got 50,000, 60,000 oats off that field. We haven't even done the olives, which would be terrible. It'd be like 4,000. And we haven't done the sugarcane yet either. Looks like that worker ran out of seeds again. The pipe's on the wrong side for this, so what I'm going to do is drop that last trailer and just park that there for a sec. And let's get that forklift stuff finished. Get these a bit closer, and then we'll pick them both up. There we go. That's a pretty bad job, but it will do. Let's get this delivered. Strap them on because it's super unstable. Let's do some inside action here. It's a pretty simple model, but you know what? This is what they're like on the inside. Land Rovers are pretty simple. They're actually designed to be on either side. That the foot pedals and all that stuff. There's actually panels on the floor to mount them on either side. So they're designed to go on the left hand and the right hand side of the road with pretty minimal effort. The engine bay is quite open, so really good car to learn how to do engine maintenance on. Definitely enjoyed, helping my dad change the oil and all that stuff when I was young in this thing. Lots of good memories. So let's work out where we have to. What we're looking for. So it's going to be I guess it's this side, the cereal factory. And this is our first delivery of honey and what was the other thing? And the raisins. And there we go. So that should mean that the cereal factory is happy. If we look at, where is it? Cereal factory. Here we go. Yeah, it's got everything. Need a bit more honey. And off it goes. Awesome. So this was actually one of my things that I really wanted to get done from the start. So what do we have? $37,000. I do have a mod. I don't know how much it costs. It is under is it silos. It's for honey. And let's see if I can find it. What it does, actually, it's under animals, under bees. This thing was $15,000. So what this does is it acts as the bee silo point, and so they spawn into this warehouse. And so I am very tempted to put that right close to here, and that all our bees from out there will spawn into this guy. In fact, we could even probably try to squeeze it into there. So let's do that right now. We do have $37,000, so let's go over here and get rid of the current spawn point. The current spawn point is a mod that expanded it up to 3 bays. It's this one right here. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll still have to pick these honey pallets up. And let's put this down, and so that the honey will spawn over here. There's a bit of space here actually, so it's actually tempting to put it there. And actually it has 2 sides to it, so there's a load and unload point. So yeah, I actually like the idea of putting that right in there. Yeah, that looks quite good. We can go through there, lots of access points. And yeah, that works quite well. I'm just going to do a little bit of planting. We'll put some grass between these properties. Yeah, so we might, yeah, I think I was going to curve that out, but I don't think I will. I think I'll keep it the way it is. Awesome. So now the honey will spawn over here. Yeah, nice little mod. I like all the rust and details. And they'll end up, I can bring them over here and dump them in there. And we can ask them to be spawned out. Because it is production, I believe, yes, it does turn up in here. So we can say, hey, what do you want to do about it? And we can say distribute. So that will, basically the bees will automatically spawn that into there. And then this will distribute it into the cereal factory. Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that mod with the bins and everything. And those two seem to match really well. Yeah, I like that. So we'll slowly bring over those honey things. In fact, we'll sell the ones we've got. And this can just be parked here for now. We'll keep this up at this end of the world. Let's see where our tractor is. Did you get more added to you? You did. It was at 10,000, now it's at 12. And the other guy, I think G is the worker doing the sweet beets. If I can back this trailer. Oh, come on. You got this. What am I doing wrong here? It's very close. Yeah, that knuckle is quite a small point. Come on. Wow. Getting rusty. There we go. Yeah, it is quite a small little hitbox for that. Where is this other guy? Is he turning around? Actually, he is. So let's unload him. And then we'll unload the sweet beet guy. And then we can take both of those 2 loads up north. So yeah, let's do a little quick time lapse of that happening. Alright, that's that unloaded. Put half of it in the trailer and we'll put the other half into here. I put it in the trailer because I want to take it up north to the sugar factory. Probably done maybe 3/4 of the field. Must have done at least 200,000 by now. It's been easily 10 trailer loads. Probably a 300, 400,000 harvest. It'll be kind of hard to work out. Might be able to do it through the statistics menu, maybe? I don't know under whether we get that. I think statistics is harvested. Yeah. This one maybe? The 319? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not sure how we see it in there. Let's get the worker to do that, and let's get this stuff delivered up north. Another 20,000 sunflowers and 22,000 sunbeets. Not sunbeets, sweet beets. I mean, you put a lot of effort into making all the fields, right? So it's not surprising that these harvests are quite long and quite fruitful. We are making some pretty big fields here. There's a point where you're not going to make your money back. Like, we just put down $800,000 of productions. And of course we do need to feed those with a lot of materials to help pay it back. Most productions, you're not going to get your money back for 2 or 3 years at least. So as much as this looks like it's super profitable and everything, well, our bank account isn't moving yet. I suppose the yet is the key word here. Once these things start making their final productions, we'll have a better story. In general, for the game, if the raw material is 100%, the next level up, like for example this sunflowers, let's say it's $1,000 per a litre, 100,000 litres. As oil, it'll be about 1,333% more. And then if you do one more layer, for example, it'll go from here across to, say, the potatoes right here in front of us to make potato crisps. That will add another third. So basically, that raw material in will be worth 1 2/3 coming out at the end. So the more that you can hold off and save and not sell things earlier in the production process, the more money you will make. And when there's multiple things added to a output, for example, the potato crisp in this example, the potatoes plus the oil or the canola oil, all of that combined collectively will give you that profit. So those potatoes will be worth about another third more. The canola was worth a third more as it turned into oil, and that oil was worth a third more as it turned into the potato crisps. The harvest is completely empty at the moment because we emptied it off into the silo. So that can probably... Where is the harvester? I can't see it in my render distance. So it looks like the next thing to do is... Oh, there it is, over there. It hadn't rendered in. I think the next thing to do is just jump into the sunflower harvester and we'll go around and clean up all these areas that the AI wasn't able to work out. We'll park this kind of in the middle, turn the engine off, and yeah, let's jump into this guy and finish things off. This guy is not filling up too fast, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to yeah, let me put this on the worker again, and this guy, rather than putting sunflower into it, actually I might just, should I leave one? I'm going to leave one of those here. Let's go, I'm probably going to regret that. Let's go unload the harvester so it can keep on moving. I saw it when we unloaded it just before. It was at 1.4 hours, so I'm not too concerned with it having dead time. Actually, I wonder how that plow's going up north with the corn. It should be done by now. I would have thought so. If we have a chance, we'll get it to start doing stone picking as well. And then that should be that cornfield turned around. We'll have to find whether it wants lime or not. Yeah, it's about half full, so this is fine. So as we go forward here, let's have a quick look at the map and see if that field needs liming. Yeah, that's definitely done. Does it need lime? Was that the right menu for it? It was the lime. It doesn't need lime. So yeah, just put the stone picker through it. And then, yeah. So let me empty this off quickly. Let's find that guy who's out doing the plowing. This guy? Yeah, here we are. Yeah, you did a good job. So, yeah, I like how this this field particularly is sitting in here. Actually, this rock on the side is causing troubles. So we probably do want to minimize the width of this field. Why did you... I was trying to put on cruise control then, and I think I pressed the button that lists the head instead. Yeah, the AI has continually struggled with that rock. So I am tempted to maybe make the field slightly smaller. That brown field over there is one of the original fields from the map. It has potato on it when you start the game. It'd be kind of nice maybe that if that was the end thing for the game. And talking about end, what is the end? My plan is to do everything that's in Premium, Platinum, and Base game. You notice I haven't mentioned straw yet. Well, it's a mod rather than, even though Giants made it. So I haven't enabled it yet. I think what I'm going to do with straw is I'm going to get to the very, very end and then I'll turn it on. Plus, there's also a couple of mods that just are really just nice. They're being really well done. And particularly what I'm thinking of is there's one called the Polish corn dryer, and you put corn in and it makes dry corn. So I think that one and the straw are both very attractive to do at the end. The other thing I haven't done is maize, and I think I might make another field of corn that is destined for maize use. So we'll see how that goes. See if I can get this guy to do this field. It didn't want to do it before, but let's see if I can make this work. Go down. Oh, that works. Yeah, right, so we'll get that field done. This guy was still unloading. We'll unload again as it does another lap. And we can probably get the stoner going as well. So let me position this. We'll put this right on the corner, ready for another run when he does a U-turn. That will do for now. And I think, yeah, this guy, this seed guy, can run over to the Actually, this guy is strong enough for the cedar. Sorry, for the stone picker. Yeah, it should be fine. So let's run over here and give this guy some more seed so he can finish off the wheat. I'm pretty sure that sugarcane isn't ready yet, is it? No, it's got one more growth cycle. But we do have to do the olives today. So let's refill this. And as expected, it is out of fertilizer. But that's fine. We'll just use the big granulated fertilizer to do that. And you can finish doing this field. And that seed can... yeah, that can just stay there. So where is the stone picker? Is it over here? Yes, it is. It's hiding there in the back. Let's zoom in a bit. Let's squeeze in here. I don't think I'm going to try squeezing through that gap. I'll actually back out. Looks like the grass is ready, so we'll do that in November. Oh, maybe one more growth stage. Let's get this all the way out to the cornfield up north. Actually, instead of getting all the way up north, I'm actually going to jump out of here and there we go, and unload this guy because I've got a feeling he's quite full. AI worker just finished their task, which will be the harvester. Well, they believe they've finished their task. They've at least done some more. The astute viewers will notice that actually I've been going around and planting trees. So when I was doing all that decoration that I was talking about with the path, I also went around and finished planting some trees along there and just added ones throughout the property. And so we should see a pretty good crop of trees turning up in the next couple of months. And that will finish the line of trees. So like up on the hill there in front of us, I finished it all the way to the end of the grass. Out past the corn, I did it as well, just for future timber reasons, because I had the feeling that I was going to put a lot of timber stuff over where those new productions are. So yeah, there's I think I put 50 new trees in, I want to say. So that was going to be very good for the future. We'll have some very timber heavy episodes, probably November, December. Most of the fields have been turned around and are ready, so there won't be too much work getting them prepared for the March planting season, March-April planting season. Yeah, so November will be the the sugar cane. We still have to do olives. Will that be today? Probably not. But we'll do it next episode. Actually, wrong end. Yeah. And then we'll get into some slightly different stuff. I think I might do a little bit more decoration as well. A couple more roads, like over here. I would like a road at the end of this that goes up towards the corn. We probably will buy this piece of land up here to the left here. We don't own it right now, but it would be quite a good spot for maybe the maize. And so we'll have to put a silage pit down. Alright, let's get this guy up north and stone picking. Alright, that's this guy up north. And we can turn that on and tell the worker to do that for us. Awesome. Let's have a look at, see how this guy's going and how far they were able to complete that corner. It is a triangle, so I'm not hoping the most, but yeah, they did a pretty good job. Can't complain about that. And that will be the sunflower harvest done for the year. This will turn into a cotton field next year. I would like to own all of the harvesters, but I'm actually anti it for one other reason other than the money. It's like I don't want it in my tab list. I did actually the other day make a copy of the save game and run it as a multiplayer server. What I wanted to find out is if you have the the vehicle's on another person's farm, but have access to it, do you see it in the tab list? And unfortunately, the answer is yes. My goal was to have access to the vehicle by walking up to it, but I didn't want it to be in the tab list. But unfortunately, that's not true. It's overly helpful. Is that all there is for this guy? I think this guy has finished its job for the year. It has done an amazingly good job. For such a small harvester with a small head, both this cotton harvester head and, or not cotton harvester, corn harvester head and the normal harvester head, it's done some pretty big fields and pretty effectively. We can fold up the roof, and this also deserves a well-deserved wash, so we'll do that. So I think I'll squeeze around the outside and do it from the far side. The Kirsch is just underneath there. Bit of a frame rate drop. I don't quite understand the frame rate dropping, because sometimes I can look at areas which have a huge number of machinery in it and stuff, and it's solid as, and other times I'll be looking just at some forest out in the middle of nowhere and it'll be terrible. So let's clean that head. Another season done. I think the purchase of this harvest has been pretty good for us. There's no real need to get a bigger one at this point. Really all it's going to do is reduce a little bit of time. But if we're busy doing 2 different jobs at once, it doesn't really matter in the end. So the harvester's getting cleaner and cleaner. I think the way to check it is you look at the windows. Are the windows kind of clean? And the other way is to look at the wheel arches. That's the best way to see if there's dirt hanging around. I think that looks clean now, and I don't think we can reach 3, 2... Yeah, I can't reach it. So let's jump into this guy. We'll put the head down here. We need to find a better place for these heads. That's probably one of the things we'll do in the last year. We'll find a nice clean spot for them. We probably can make a shed actually where that grass gap is right there. Right there is actually plausible that a small shed could go just for the harvester. But for now it can squeeze in at the back here. There's a couple of things in there that need to be washed. That windrow is quite dirty. Jump out of that, and thank you. What's the number? CH770, New Holland. Yeah, it's quite good. All right, seed is going strong out there. We do need to do fertilizer. What else does that do? So yeah, probably just this guy busy doing the unloading of this guy, who unfortunately just... Did you just turn around? Yeah, you have turned around. So what I might do, rather than loading into here, is I think I might just drive it over to the root silo and we'll do a complete unload. Because the odds are, I think this guy is really, really close to being full. Oh, 68%. But yeah, we'll stop it here. Carefully. Destroying the crop. Pipe out. Drop this off. 1 hour and 0.7. So 15 minutes left. Will it make it? I think I'm willing to spend the money because it's so lucrative. It just brings up so much off the ground. What is the cost to rent this thing? Is it horrific per hour? So we're on this one. Lease. It is $10,000. So yeah, we'll easily pick up $10,000 worth of beets. I think they're worth about $300 a litre, but yeah, we should be. It should justify itself. Yeah, so if that is 0.7 like that, it is kind of close to the limit. So in future years when we do this, we're probably going to have to really consider you know, how much time we're wasting picking things up. There was a couple of times where it was sitting still, dormant. So the fact that I was doing 2 fields at once meant that I was a little bit randomized, and it set it was you know, dormant for a while. So that may be the difference. The other things we'll have to do is we'll probably have to be the person who drives down here so it doesn't get too scared of the trees and also the beehive. But yeah, talking about those trees, we'll scoot over here. This is where some of those new ones were planted. It was only back in, I mean, episodes ago it was 3 or 4, but in the game it was only 1 episode. But yeah, I continued on, so now we have them all the way down to the beehive at the end here. And I also put a light in as well. This is a 360-degree light, just so we can kind of see this area. Gives the beehive some light at night. There are the bees going. These are the expensive ones. They're $19,000 each. We've put down 4. I highly doubt we have made $80,000 worth of honey. Honey's doesn't produce much, so this is more about, you know, did it make its money back because of the increased yield of what that does to potato. So let's get a little time lapse going. I think this is going to be a long episode, and I'm kind of okay with that. It can be a nice 45-minute one.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this side away. Our bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this side away. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. So let's dance this side away.
During that little time lapse, I went and fixed the seeder. They ran out of seed, and our seed trailer also was empty, so had to go buy some more. Money's a bit short. I bought 8 bags of seeds and 4 bags of fertilizer. Hopefully we've got some stuff to sell next month at its peak. At worst, we sell some stuff that's, you know, just under peak. December is coming up, December, January, and both of those months there's a huge amount of product that is during that point. Talking of full tanks that you can see in the top right corner, that's the stone picker. Also helped that guy by emptying it out and putting it into the stone silo that's up north. The harvester for the sunflowers is finished, and this is going to be done soon, so the only thing left is going to be olives. We'll have to get to that ASAP in October, and also need to find a place for barley. At worst, we put it on one of these fields that's prepped, so we could put it on the corn field, we could debatably put it onto this sweet beet field. we are going to have a huge amount of material for sugar because of the sugar cane and because of this. So it probably might be wise just to use this field and swap out sweet beet for 1 year. It'd be a pity not to use this field though, because it is right next to the silo. But I don't know if I want to do this much sweet beets in the future, so maybe this field in front of us where we had soybeans. Soybeans isn't really that important to us because that goes into no productions that we use. So maybe sweet beets should go into that field, and this field can be, when we're just on, can be barley. In fact, you know, as I say that, I think that's what we'll do. So let's unload this. Am I too close? I think I'm too close. Yeah. Trigger for this machine seems to be quite tight. There we go. I can't remember if there's anything over in the trailer over there. But once this unloads, we can jump out and return it. I am pretty sure that we are done with it. One last look. Looks like, yeah, it rips up the ground, like picks things up, pushes, yeah, some make a trough thing, goes up through the middle. Yeah. Lots of cleaning type stuff. All the dirt gets dropped off. You can kind of see the conveyor belt in the middle there. And then up the side, over the top, and into the hopper. Quick double check that there's nothing out here to do. There's nothing missed. I'm pretty sure it's pretty empty. Yeah. So we can return that. I think it's going to end up costing us 2.1 hours. Return. And return. And then let's see if there's anything left over in the New Holland. Yeah, there is. Another load over there. Another 22,000. So we'll run this over, put it in. I think we'll just put it in the silo for now. And yep, I'm going to make the executive decision that this is going to be barley. So next time, still in October, we will do the olives and we'll put barley in this field. And that way we won't have to rush and actually to actually produce a new field. And everything will be ready. And then in September. No, sorry, November. Going backwards here. In November, we'll do the sugar cane, and then since we're down that end of the property, we'll also make a field out there in that corner. Yeah, and we'll just use sugar beet in this one in front of us, which is cool because that way it's right in front of the silo, and that kind of works quite well. Let's check how everybody's going. So the stone guy needs to be cleaned up. We'll worry about that in a sec. And this plowing guy's getting the field ready. This will have cotton in it, so there's a couple of months before we can do that. And that's fine because it needs to be stoned and it will take a while to do that. And the JCB has a little bit left in it. We need to rush around and do some fertilization, but that's not the biggest deal. We can use the big spreader for that. So let me finish off the day and do this. I'm just going to run around and do this as I say goodbye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. October still has a huge amount in it, and so will November. This Everything Challenge is rushing to an end. We've got nearly everything, every production and every field, and we're finishing it off now riskily by just having one dedicated field for every seed type rather than rotating crops through the seasons. But we've actually, as of this year, produced everything. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.